and large party have elicited heat in the ruling coalition, with ANC party vowing not to succumb to any pressure. The party leadership, however, says they will embark on a nationwide enlisting of party members. The party further hosting its Secretary General Simon Gikuru, and replacing him with Vihiga woman representative Beatrice Adagala on accusations that the former is siding with UDA Secretary General Cleophas Malala. Malala, however, insists that the plan will go on with the eyes on 2027. Let's now join our reporter Alan Ochanda, who is coming to us from Kakamega with more. Good morning to you, Alan. What more can you tell us? What are the leaders saying?
Well, Purity, yes, indeed, the calls by the UDA party and, of course, the party spokesperson, UDA Secretary General, former Kakamega Senator Cleophas Malala, has actually been quite loud and really hitting the road running to just ensure that they popularize the party and make it more emboldened. Remember that he was actually just crowned to that particular position hardly 2 weeks ago. And so his ground zero of the party activities was in Kisumu County, a region. Of course, that was quite symbolic. When we talked to him yesterday after a church service here in Kakamega, he told us ground zero being Kisumu for the UDA activities is quite symbolic, and of course, just to ensure that they storm a region initially perceived to be an opposition turf. And so when we spoke to him yesterday, he reiterated his position that they are supposed, the sister parties within the Kenya Kwanza coalition are supposed to wind up, to fold up and ensure they join the UDA party as persons and leaders who share in a common vision with the party leader, President William Ruto. He also cited an example of trade CS Moses Kuria was already, of course, according to Malala, is that he's already agreed to follow up his Chama Chakazi party, and so made a similar call to other party leaders within the cabinet. Of course, just indicating that he's actually making a call to Musalia Mudavadi, the Prime Cabinet Secretary, Speaker of the National Assembly, Moses Wetangula, and of course the Foreign Affairs CS Alfred Mutua, to ensure they follow up their party, so that when they go to the cabinet, they are actually reading from the same script. Remember that he also said that they will be going about with their activities in all the counties, and saying that he will be camping especially in Western Kenya and Nyanza region, which of course have several parties that actually just actually under the banner of Kenya Kwanza. Remember that we also have like Ugenya Member of Parliament David Ochieng leading the MDG party. We also have the ANC party, which has of course come out guns blazing yesterday when they were in Lamu County. And now remember that when Musalia Mudavadi was appointed the PCS Prime Cabinet Secretary, he relinquished that particular position of a party leader of ANC, and now just entrusted the Lamu governor Issa Timami with the duties of party leader of ANC. And so yesterday the party leadership even went ahead and hosted the party Secretary General Simon Gikuru, who is actually been reported to be siding with Cleophas Malala, the UDA secretary, in his calls to dissolve the ANC party. And so that led to his ouster, of course, according to the sources within the party. We talked to a woman rep for Vihiga, Beatrice Adagala, who has actually been reported to have taken over from Simon Gikuru as the party secretary general. And of course, she said the developments are actually just the usual and normal party restructuring. But of course, the party sources really saying they have actually de-whipped the party secretary general for siding with Malala. And so, Purity, as I've mentioned earlier, is that Cleophas Malala has indicated that he will be camping in Western Kenya and Luo Nyanza to ensure that the party activities just bear fruits here in this particular region that has in the past election cycles really appeared to have voted for the opposition. And so from there, Purity, we shall still be following up, because some leaders even expressing their worry that should should that happen, then they worry that the UDA party may suffer the same fate that the Jubilee party encountered when they dissolved around 13 parties to just form one behemoth political party called Jubilee, where there was suspicion, where they felt that the political space had actually shrunk. So they feel that is actually double-edged. They feel, yes, it could actually be a panacea for them to win several seats, of course, in the National Assembly, Senate, gubernatorial, and of course also the presidency. But on the other side, they feel that it's actually been maybe a poisoned chalice. And so, Purity, we shall still be keeping on that story to just speak to the Secretary General here, the other leaders, of course, the Bungoma side, where the Ford Kenya has actually had a grip over the political space of that particular county. So, Purity, in our subsequent bulletin, we shall still be interrogating those particular developments. Purity.
Yes, and Alan, before I let you go, I know the Secretary General is going to speak, but we have not heard from the party leaders. I'm talking about the ANC party leader. We also have not heard from, again, Ford Kenya party leader, and as well as the CS for Foreign Affairs, that's Dr. Alfred Mutua. Does the silence speak something?
Well, Purity, the ANC party already spoke yesterday. We saw the party leader, Lamu Governor Issa Timami, alongside the chairman, national chairman Kevin Lunani. We saw the woman rep for Vihiga, Beatrice Adagala, who has now been installed as the Secretary General for the party. Of course, that's actually the leadership of the ranking leaders of the ANC party. So they have actually gone on record saying that they will not succumb to any pressure. Of course, remember that Malala has actually been a member of the ANC party. Even the last year's polls, he contested for the gubernatorial position for Kakamega County on the ticket of ANC party. So they are actually dismissing Malala, saying that exactly this is not a well thought out idea. And so the ANC party has already pronounced itself on that idea. But we are now waiting for the Ford Kenya party, Maendeleo chapter party, PA for Amason King, Speaker of the Senate, to just pronounce themselves on that particular idea fronted by the UDA party. Remember that when the UDA party elected leaders led by the DP, Rigathi Gachagua, were in Eldoret, they also appeared quite pronounced when they supported Cleophas Malala to